Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.
1 1. Check just 1. Prem Sasmapati Mahadev ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. At this time, my dear friends, let's all stand as we begin this beautiful night. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Check. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Hum Bhavamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravasramam Jesrajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Ana Shunvanoti Visid Sadanam Gam Ganapate Namaha Om Sarashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Param Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badrayanam Sutrabhashakarto Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Samasta Janakalyane Nirtam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sargurum Brahma Vidvaram Om Har Har Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev Har Har Mahadev Har Har Mahadev Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva Ardange Dhara Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva Ardange Dhara Jai Shiva Kara Har Shiva Omkara Jai Shiva Omkara. As we take this beautiful moment on this wonderful night, the first night of our beautiful 3 nights of Shiv Puran Yagna, salutations to Lord Shiva. Jai Shiva Omkara Baba Har Shiva Omkara Jai Shiva Omkara चतुरानन पंचानन राजे पंचासन गरुरासन विश्ववाहन ओम हर 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 महादेव ओम हर 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 महादेव सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम दो भुज चार चतुर्भुज दस भुज ते सोही हर हर महादेव ओ दो भुज चार चतुर्भुज दस भुज ते सोही तीनों रूप निरखता त्रिभुवन जन मोह ओम हर 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 Om Hara 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 Mahadev Satyam Shivam Sundaram Satyam Shivam Sundaram Hare Bam Bam Bola Akshamala Akshamala Banamala Mala अक्षमाला वनमाला रुंदमाला धारी चंदन मृगमज सोहे बोले शुभकाय ओम हर 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 महादेव ओम हर 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 महादेव सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम श्वेतांबर श्वेतांबर पीतांबर भागम वर अंगे श्वेतांबर पीतांबर भागम वर अंगे कनकादिक ब्रह्मादिक प्रेतादिक संगे ओम हर 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 महादेव ओम हर 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 महादेव सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम त्रिगुण स्वामी जी की आरती जो कोई जन गावे त्रिगुण स्वामी जी की आरती जो कोई जन गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी मनवाचित फल ओम हर 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 महादेव ओम हर 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 महादेव सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम हर हर महादेव हर 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 महादेव नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा हर हर महादेव Glory is the Lord Shiva. Bam bola baba, bam bola baba, bola baba, bam bola baba, bola baba, bam bola baba. Hara hara, Jai Shankara. Om hara hara. प्रेम से सुमापति महादेव की जय। आसन लीजिए सब लोग, let us all take our seats. On behalf of the members of this wonderful Nav Durga Mandir, we'd like to take this opportunity to invite or to take this beautiful moment, especially invite our Lord, our deities, to bless each and every one To all those who have come tonight to join on this, the first night of our Shiv Puran Yagna, we are only 3 days away, 3 nights away from worship, glorification to that most powerful deity, Father of the entire cosmos, none other than Bhagwan Shiva. Always remember, Sham Mangalam Kaloti Iti Shiva. Amongst all the gods and all the deities, he is known to be auspiciousness in itself. And while we begin this divine night, our first night, we like to especially take the opportunity to send blessings to Pani Gopalji. Bhaiya, once more, it's a blessing to be in your company. You would have started the yajna by prayer and worship. And at this time, as we will now join in the beautiful devotional aspect of the night, we take this moment to say Namaskaram, special welcome to all. While we do so, to all those who tuned in via Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are in the world, we especially welcome you to our yajna. To the members of the celestial Gandarvas, may the divine Lord Mahadev continue to bless them. And to all bhaktas and devotees, we say Om Namah Shivaya. At this time, without further ado, let us all sit upright. Let us close our eyes so that we can invite our deity. We can invite Mahadev to take his arsan, to take his seat within our hearts and our consciousness, and to awaken the divinity within all of us. We begin with Omkar. Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighanam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Durga Rupena Samstita Namastasya, 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstita. Namastasya, 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Samstita. Namastasya, 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 Namo Namah. Namastasya, Namo Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. It is said every single day in this world, some of us pray, and some of us, we take time before we pray to our Lord. But Lord Shiva is known to be that divine personified form that blesses us with one of that thing that we need in the world most importantly, and that which is called peace. Every one of us, no matter what we have, no matter what we have achieved in this universal and material existence, we all need peace of mind. We need understanding. We need everything that brings us closer to that universal Lord. Even though the material things make us happy, it's only temporary. And to receive peace of Mahadev, with this beautiful mantra we chant Nirvana Ashtakam. Mano Dodya Hankar Chittani Naham Nacha Shro Ajive Nacha Grana Netri Nacha Vyoma Bhumirnam Tejo Navayo Chidanandaru चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः न वा पाणिपादं न चोपास्तपायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं। सबको प्यारी बोलिए चिदानन्दरूपः। All together while we pray to Mahadev, chant with me as we invoke the energy of peace. चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न च पुण्यपापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेद न यज्ञम् अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्त्वा चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः। Glories to Mahadev. Shivoham, Shivoham. As we begin this beautiful night, we will take this opportunity, my dear friends, to worship that divine form. It is said he is known to be the 11th form of Mahadev. And while we worship Prabhu in the form of Bajranga Bali, 40 verses of dedication to begin this night, to begin our yajna, to give us the strength, the motivation, the inspiration for everyday life. For when we touch the feet of the Divine Lord, barambar pranams namaskar karta hu Prabhu. You are known as Bajranga Bali. You are known as Pavanaputra. You are Gyara Avatar, Rudra form, Shri Hanumanji. Siya Jai 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 Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Guru Charana Saroj Nijamana Mukura Sudha Varna Raghuvar Vimala Jasu Judaya Kupalacha Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumira Pavana Kumar Bala Buddhi Vidya De Homohi Harahu Kalesha Vikara Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Jaya Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar Jai Kapit Loka Ujagar Ramaduta Tulita Balanama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutana Mahavira Vikaram Vajarangi Kumati Divar Kumati Ketangi Kantana Varan Viraj Suveta Kanana Kundala Kunchita Ketan Atavadra Vara Dvaja Viraj Adi Muja Jani Utaraj Gandar Suvana Kesare Nandan Dij Pratapa Mahajagavandan Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur गाऊ चरित्र विवेको रसिया राम लखन से राम न बसिया राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय हो। क्या बात, एवरीबॉडी बोलो जय बजरंगबली। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिय हितकावा विकट रूप धरि लंकधरा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवार लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर शिवर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय वरत सम बाई सहस वदन तुमरो अस कैसरी पट कंठ लगाए दुर्गा ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित अहिसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि को विज कहि सके कहाते तुमो पुकार सुग्रीव ही की राम मिलाय राज पर दीना राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम। एवरीबॉडी बोलो ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। ग्लोरीज टू महावीर। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय तव जग जाना युग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानो लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जान प्रभु मोद्रिका मिले मुख मारी जल्दी लागी गए अचर जनाई दुर्गम काज जगत के देते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे उतना आज्ञा बिनु पैसारी सब सुकल है तुम्हारे शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनहु लोक कांपते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय श्री राम। क्या बात, बोलो जय शंभू। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मरकम वचन जान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा हर मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चार युग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुमरे पासा सदा रहो तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंतकाल रघुबरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त गाय। और देवता चिता न डरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। कुशत बार पास कर कोई, तुझहि बंदी महासुख होई। जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, हुई सिद्धि साकी गौरी सा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जयनाथ हृदय महादेरा। राम सिया राम सिया राम, जय जय राम। राम सिया राम सिया राम, जय जय। everybody बोलिए। राम सिया राम सिया राम, जय जय राम। राम सिया राम सिया राम, जय जय राम। सिया राम सिया राम, जय जय राम। राम सिया राम सिया राम, जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम सिया राम, 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 जय जय राम। सिया राम जय जय राम, सिया राम जय जय राम। सिया राम जय जय राम, सिया राम जय जय राम। सिया राम जय जय राम, सिया राम पवन तय संकट हरना, मंगला मूर्ति रो। राम लक्ष्मण सीता सहिता, हृदय बसहु सुरभु। पवन सुत हनुमान की, बजरंगबली की। I am guaranteed sure with everybody filled here tonight, I could get a better joy than that. Let me try again one more time. Pavana Sudha Hanuman ki. Imagine Lord Shiva is 30 feet tall. And while he's standing there, we singing like, yeah, he probably looking like this. Well, MD boy. Pavana Sudha Hanuman ki. Bajrangbali ki. As we're about to begin this divine night, before we go further, let me take the opportunity to tell to all that the driver of PEF 1530, your vehicle is blocking somebody. PEF 1530. When I see the message and I see 1530, I want to know if I have to pay that amount to sit down here. As we begin this divine night, friends and devotees, it is a night that is dedicated to Mahadev. We are only 2 days after tonight, 2 days away from Mahashivratri, one of the grandest nights of the year. Every festival has its auspiciousness. Every festival has something important about it. Mahadev, I've always mentioned, is different to all the deities. Lord Shiva is most powerful. Look at the image we see right here. This nice, beautiful image. When he stands there, and especially white in the color, he sits in Kailash Parvat. To those who've ever been there, it's always cold, it's snow. Just looking at the white alone, you could tell. Mahadev, he sits above it all, and he looks down at every one of us. And when he looks down, He can tell and identify those who are righteous and those who are unrighteous. As God of the universe, as Father of the entire universe, the entire cosmos, He can just glance us from way above and simply tell if we are real, if we are fake in our prayer, in our life, in our daily schedule and everything that we do. And we are about to worship Mahadev for these 3 days. And I want to tell you a nice secret. You see, from now until the end of the yajna, tomorrow night we will have beautiful messages as well about the Mahashivratri. But from now until the end of the yajna, it is said Lord Krishna is compassionate. When Lord Krishna took the basuri and He blew the basuri and you heard the tune alone, people stopped. They felt nice. They felt calm. They felt a divine love. Bhagavan Krishna was charming their hearts. A pure charming love came out of Bhagavan Krishna. When Devi Durga is worshipped in Navratri period, it is said a bhakta sits and says, Maya, you are like my mother. Give me the motherly love and the care and the affection that I want. So Durga Devi gives you that motherly love. You feel as though somebody holds you. You feel nice. You feel a protector. You feel somebody like a Devi, like a mother who's consoling a child, nourishing that child into the world. But you see, when you worship Lord Shiva is business time. Lord Shiva means forget the world, sit upright, close the eyes, forget everything now, concentrate, focus. It is like the father putting the children back to school. You have to learn it. You have to do well. You have to become prosperous. You have to be successful. It's now strict down to the matters. And Mahadev says the rules are the rules and you can't break the rules. It's down to business now. And that is the most beautiful thing about Mahadev, Lord Shiva. Because even though He's destroyer of many things, He's also that peaceful deity. Friends and bhaktas, on this divine night as we're about to worship Mahadev and Prabhu Shankar, we're about to join in the golden pages of the Linga Puran, where we speak of a wonderful message, guidance of Mahadev. It is said, Lord Shiva, being the embodiment of peace, is the one who will bring peace into our homes, peace into our lives, and in everything that we want. If tonight you're seated here and you have a problem in your life, if you have a situation going on in your life, if you have some mental issue, if you're having fights in your home, if you're having arguments, unnecessary arguments, if you're having a financial matter, if you have a health issue that you're trying to get rid of or try to surpass, and you find that you're always bouncing and stumbling into problems, Mahadev is the Lord in charge of that. It is said to those who are facing any crisis in the world, you chant the Mahamrityunjay mantra, the most powerful mantra of Lord Shiva. And Mahamrityunjay goes how? Anybody know it? How many people know Mahamrityunjay mantra? Maybe you don't know it by the long name. How many people know the Triambakam mantra? When we hear Triambakam, we say, yeah, we know that one easier. Triambakam mantra, it's the Mahamrityunjay mantra. Mrityu means death. The mantra that can take you out of death and give you long life. How does it go? Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanan Mrityuna Mokshayama Amritat. As you're about to worship Mahadev, we sing all together tonight. Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva. Linga Puran speaks about how to live, how to conduct yourself, how to abide by the rules and discipline of life if you want Mahadev to take you out of this world and to remove all the troubles you're going through. We say, I pray to Lord Krishna, but it's not working out sometimes because He's a charming God. We're praying to Devi Maya, but she is not for that. She's Devi Mother, motherly love, the care. But I'm having so much of problems. How to stand up? You want to stand up? Mahadev is the Lord who can wake up that consciousness within you to stand up. Let's begin with this beautiful chant. Everybody loudly. Hara Hara Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva. एक बार बोलिए सबको. Hara Hara. Remember, if I sing, I gain my blessings and I go home happy with my belly full. If I let her go back home hungry, they are business. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Hara Hara Mahadeva. A little louder. Hara Hara. सबको प्यारी. Hara Hara. क्या बात. Hara Hara Mahadeva. सबको हर हर महादेवा हर हर महा हरि हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर शंभू अपने सिटी hand बोलो everybody like this जय हर हर महादेव ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः 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 हर 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 हराय नमः शिव 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 शिवाय नमः हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा Very hands tonight. Hello. Jai Bhole. Dam 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 damaru baje dam 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 damaru baje dimi tak mridang baje har har mahadeva har har mahadeva हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः Everybody बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय dam 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 ru baje dam 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 ru baje dimi tak mridang baje dam 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 ru baje dimi tak mridang baje har har mahadeva har har mahadeva har har mahadeva हर हर महादेवा ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय बोलिए सबको हर हर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मुक्षीया मामृता ओ उमापति महादेव की वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की. As we begin this beautiful night, as we join into the wonderful golden pages of the Linga Puran begins where we speak about a king. It is said once in society, once in the world, once in creation, there was a king, a pious soul, but a king who had traveled many parts of the forested region. And while traveling everywhere, it is said one day that king thought to himself that no matter how much wealth he had, he couldn't feel satisfied. You know, sometimes there comes a time where we feel hungry and we get plenty food. And no matter what we eat, we say, you know what, it is just touchy spot. We just want something to touch the right spot. Sometimes we eat plenty, and even though we eat plenty, we know we are filled with so many things, but the thirst, the hunger for something that you just wanted to fill you didn't get it. Sometimes you go to a yajna, and sometimes you say, yajna going so nice, but you know what, we just can't get enough. There's something more, we just want to just fill it, so just top it up, and we're just not feeling that completion, because we want everything that we can get to feel complete. A king who has wealth, he has money, he has prosperity, he has kingdom, he has slaves, he has maids, he has army, he has everything you can think about, but he doesn't feel satisfied. So he tells himself, you know what, I think I need to give everything material a 5, and I need to go into the forest and maybe I need to pray. Maybe I need to do some form of dedication to some god, some deity, maybe something religious. Sometimes if you think in your life things are not going the way you want it to go, maybe you're missing that spirituality. Maybe you're missing something that is heavenly or divine or godly. And when that prompts you in life, turn to God. Turn to the yajna. Turn to the puja room. Turn to the prayer house. Turn to the mandirs. Turn to the place of worship. And like we are here tonight, turn to Mahadev. I'll tell you what Katha says. This king thought to himself that he will take a walk into the forested path. He will go in the forest, he will find probably a river somewhere, a lake somewhere. He will go to the waters, and wherever he will see that spot, he told himself in his mind, he will sit down, he will calm his mind, and he will probably do meditation, because maybe that might help him. So he walks in the forest, and he's going into the path to find a lake, a river, a stream, something with water. And lo and behold, while walking now on a path, he's treading a very thin path, a walkway in the forest. And going one way, somebody's coming from the opposite direction. It is said, a sage of the forest, a holy person, a spiritual leader of the forest was coming on that path. And while the spiritual person was coming on that path, both of them now meet at a point where somebody had to walk around, or somebody have to go back or trace back their spots and let somebody pass. Have you ever come in a situation or meet a situation where you're probably driving and you have a landslip on the road? You die all over the place. And when you reach 3/4 on your part of the road, somebody drive up on you now, and the two people stop right there. And one person saying, you go back, and the next person saying, I'm not going back, you go back first. You ever meet something like that? Yeah. It happens. It happened to me too. It happens where sometimes two people are treading one path, and when they meet at a point, nobody wants to compromise. Listen, you better back down. You don't know me, you know. You don't know who I is, you know. You better back out first. And when we reach that point, what do you do? This happens on the road. This happens in your life. This happens in your home. This happens in our marriage. Two people come together and they meet at a point, and sometimes the wife say, well, I know back it down. You better back down first. And husband say, nice man. What will happen there? Jai Narayan, trouble start. The sage and the king, they are walking on the same pathway, opposite. And they meet at the center. And the king says, foolish man, move from here. And the great sage stops and he thinks, but you know what? I should have been respected. I'm a holy person. You're supposed to see the kind of person I am. I have a loincloth. I have an orange robe. You must recognize that I'm a holy man. You're a king. Look at you. You have a crown. And you're looking at me and telling me to move instead? You should move. Have respect for the elders. Have respect for the spiritual people. I'll ask you a question. Sometimes people walk out of the ordinary and they demand respect. Is respect something that you can demand, or is respect something that is earned? Respect is something that is earned. You work your way to the top and you'll be respected. Respect is given to those who deserve it. And how do you deserve it? You work for it. In your job, whatever you do in your job, if you are honest and decent and disciplined at what you do, one day respect will come. Sometimes you might think, but I've been nice and everybody taking advantage of me. There will come a day. There will come a time. And when the time comes, you will see the light, as we say, at the end of the tunnel, and you will rise. Today, the king stops. And while the great sage stops there, he's standing there and he's waiting now. Well, you notice I'm a great sage. You're supposed to back down. But he doesn't back down. And in turn, when you get angry now, if you're driving on the road and you meet at that point and it's that, as we say, it's one side of the road and you meet at the point, what do you do next? If you honk your horn and if you yell and if you wind down the window and you say, you go back and you realize nobody moving, what happens next? Somebody coming out the car. To do what? To fight? To make noise? Something will not happen. The sage standing there as a pious soul didn't say anything. But the king stood there and he says, you know who I am? I'm the king of that village not too far from here. You don't want to back down from here? And he raised his hand and he says, you know what? Don't let me hit you so that you can move. And the guru put his hands together like this and he says, you know what? Do what you must. Listen, my friends. Is violence the way? No. Is fight the way? No. We are seeing many young children today thinking that the way to solve a problem is by raising a hand. We're seeing many children today thinking that the way to solve a problem is to raise your voice. We are thinking today, many youths, many young ones, they think when you get angry, the minute you get angry, it's about raising your voice, raising your hand, fighting back somebody. Is this what life is about? Mahadev says there's always a peaceful way to deal with every situation. A lot of peace, an embodiment of peace. Lat ke लौट के आजा मेरे गीत हो लौट के आजा मेरे गीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं मेरा सोना पराए संगीत मेरा सोना पराए संगीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते बरसे गगन मेरे बरसे नयन देखो तरसे है मन अब तो आजा शीतल पवन ये लगाए लगन हो साजन तो मुकरा देखा जा तूने भले निभाई प्रीत ओ तूने भले निभाए प्रीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं मेरा सोना परा है संगीत मेरा सोना परा रे संगीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं बोलो everybody एक पल है हंसना एक पल है रोना कैसा है जीवन का खेला एक पल है मिलना एक पल बिछड़ना दुनिया है दो दिन का मेला ये घड़ी न जाएगी ओ ये घड़ी न बरसे गगन मेरा, बरसे नयन देखो, तरसे है मन अब तो आजा। शीतल पवन ये लगाए अगर हो, साजन अब तो मुकरा दिखा जा। He says, तूने भले निभाई प्रेम, तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं। श्री गजानंद स्वामी की जय। It is said today, Bhaktas, when the king stopped and the guru stopped there, the king stopped and he raised his hand and he says, you know what? You're not moving over from here. If you stay right, I'll hit you. The guru stopped and he closed his eyes and he didn't say anything. He didn't utter a word. He closed his eyes and he started to think of that divine Lord. Prabhu, your great devotee who worships you every day, is in a place, in a spot where trouble has come. Please save me. And before the divine Lord can intervene, the king raised his hands, and there it is said on his shoulder, on the hand of the guru, he raised his hand and he hit him. And as soon as he hit the great one, it is said the guru fell to the side. And while he was holding on and he fell to the side, he stood up there and then. And as he stood up, he put his hands together. And which name did he utter? Har Har Mahadev! Har Har Mahadev! Har Har Mahadev! Prabhu Shambhu, today your great devotee has been struck by an ordinary man. He aspires to become a great soul. He aspires to pray. But even on the path of wanting to pray, he's destroying a great devotee. We want to pray. We want to become better people. We want to uplift ourselves. We want to tread a good path. But along treading a good path, we expect to hurt people and still rise. We want all the nice things to come in our lives. We want all the benefits and the fruits of all the good things that we must receive. But on that path, we are destroying people's lives. You cannot hurt people and expect to get blessings. Somebody was asking me recently, Panditji, you know what? We heard so many things. We heard when you do a puja for Lord Shiva, you could offer certain things and you can't offer certain things. What if I make a mistake? What if I offer something and I make a mistake? You think I'll get sin? Mahadeva, as I said earlier, he's about serious business. And as much as we can make offerings and maybe we know and maybe we don't know, Mahadev looks at that bigger picture and he says you may offer something from your heart and maybe you don't know. Unconsciously you make a wrong mistake and you offer something that probably doesn't like. No problem, he may forgive you. But Lord, the great Guru, and the Guru gets an intuition in his mind and he looks at the king and he puts his hands together. He says, today you've raised your hand to hit me. And as you raise your hand in the blessings of Mahadev, today I will shrap you. Today I will curse you. Today I will pronounce a curse on your life because you must never raise your hand. You must never raise your foot. You must never raise that tone of voice, even in the midst of the holy people, especially a bhakta of Mahadev, especially a devotee of Lord Shiva. And when he raises his hands, he says, today I shrap you and I curse you. You will no longer become a great person like you want to become, but you will turn into a Rakshasa. Start from the lowest of people and work your way up to become somebody. And as soon as he raised and he pronounced his shrap, from that moment, it is said the king, his mind, his mentality immediately started to dissolve. The mind of the Rakshasic people, it doesn't have discipline. The mind of a holy person doesn't have discipline. The mind of the people whose minds are disrupted by the worldly things, they never think right. All they do is sit and think about how to do something bad. You know people like that? You'll ever meet people like that, no matter what you tell them, here is now. I'm thinking about building a nice Lord Shiva boy. I want to build 30 feet tall. Boy, what are you doing that for? Who will take care of that? How long am I going to stand up there for? How much money are you going to spend for that? Alright, here's what. I'm going to do something in my life. I want to build something behind your house. Boy, what are you doing that for, boy? What are you wasting your time for? Do you know people that every time you say something uplifting you want to do, somebody always come in, boy, what are you doing that for? Boy, leave that. In the world, the people whose mind are Rakshasic will never want to see you rise. In the world, to the people who try to live a good life and there will be those who are always pulling you down, the Rakshasic entities will always come to pull you down. It started from Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and even in Kali it will be here. Even in the biggest and the greatest of ages where all the gods have been residing, even at that point, when all the people were living a good life, even then there were those who were always trying to pull down others. And the great sin is today, while you wanted to become somebody big, You raise your hand and you didn't even think. So go back down to the level and become Rakshasic. But remember, a Rakshasic person cannot think. They just do at will. They live a Dokia life. They don't care what happened to you. If they tell you something bad, that's your business. You deal with it. Rakshasic people do not have a conscience for what they say to you. If they tell you something and they hurt you, you deal with it. Rakshasic people will hurt your feelings. Rakshasic people will put you down and never try to even see you go up. Rakshasic people will never want to see you accomplish anything in the world, because the mentality like Ravana, you should only look at them and worship them and respect them. Everything else, forget about it. Rakshasic people will never want to see you happy and never see you go up in life. But a divine person will support you. A holy person will lift you. A holy person will stand to tell you, hey, you know what? What you're doing is not right. You know what? Let me just give you an advice. Do it like this, you'll see better. People who come in your lives and give you a good word, give you a motivational word, an uplifting word, an inspiring word, those are the people to keep close to you. But those who pull you down, get rid of them. You're not in the world to make friends. Mahadev says in beautiful Mahashiva Puran, your purpose in life is not to make friends. You come in the world and you will meet people and you will associate, and one day everybody will leave you and you'll still be there. But remember, your goal and your aim is one day when you leave, make sure you go back to that universal Lord. Whatever it takes, prayer, devotion, worship, whatever it is, God first, Bhagwan first, and anything else after. Today when Prabhu Shankar sits in Kailash and he looks down at the situation, this king is about to be cursed as a shrap. And while he's about to be cursed, as a Rakshasic person, the minute he lost all his mental strength, the minute he lost all his mental power, he becomes like nobody don't care now. He looks at the great sage who was there and he says, you know what? You know what you've done today? I don't know what you did, but I can't think right. You know what? And he took his hand and he started to hit again. And he hit a second time, and he hit a third, and he hit a fourth. And there he started to beat upon the sage. And as soon as the sage fell unconscious and he couldn't breathe anymore, this Rakshasa kept on walking. He didn't know where he was going, but he met a village with many men who were standing there. And he didn't realize who they were, but they were the brothers of the sage. And every person he met, he hit and he beat and he destroyed, thinking he was powerful. He thought that the power that he had, that evil power that came from within him, he thought that it was great, and he used it for the bad reason. Friends, when he stood there to destroy all those who were there, it is said none of the brothers, they remained alive, but everybody died at that point. And when they died, this is what is about to happen. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Umapati Mahadeva ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya, Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya, Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya, Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. So the king who has become a Rakshasa, he leaves after destroying everybody. People who do bad in your life, they will come and they will find joy out of hurting you, and they could just walk away and go. That is why you have to be careful who you trust. That is why you have to be careful who you tell your secrets. Be careful who you put your life into. Be careful whose hands you're placing your life into. Be careful who you speak to. Be careful who you give your every emotion to, because sometimes the same people you give your whole heart, they take it and they crumble it and they throw it away and they leave you broken. Be careful of the people in your life. Bhagwan says you came with a mission that one day when you depart, your goal is to go back. You make friends on your own accord. So what happens there and then? It's all up to you. Shiva, 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 Namo Sumire Man, Jai Shiva Omkara, Jai Shiva Omkara. And everybody have been destroyed. The sage is no more. All his brothers are no more. And daddy's coming home now. The father of all these sons who have died, he was no ordinary person. Have you ever heard the name in Ramayana, Guru Vashishta? Well, these were the sons of Guru Vashishta. Nobody knew who they were. The king didn't know who he was. The king didn't know who the brothers were. But sage Guru Vasishta, Guru Vasishta's sons, they were no more. The sons had left. The sons, but they were not alive anymore. They had died due to the events of the king, a Rakshasic person. And being that they were no more, father is coming home one day, Guru Vasishta. His wife is coming home with him. And while they're coming, they are happy. They are praying to God. While they are happy, sudden change of life movements. It happens. Today you could be the happiest person in the world, and tomorrow you could be that person who's just ripping out your heart and begging God to leave. How do you feel, and how would you feel as a mother to wake up one day and hear that your son is no more? You never think about it, right? How would you feel to wake up one morning and hear that your daughter, she's not alive, she didn't wake up? We have the perception a son's supposed to do the funeral for his mother. A son's supposed to do a funeral for his father. If you wake up one day as a parent and your son didn't get up, we start saying, but how can I do his funeral now? He's supposed to do mine. What to think? Many children today, they are seeing their parents leaving. And at the same time, many parents are seeing their children leaving. The world has changed. Moments of the world have become so different. Nobody could tell and judge anything that is about to happen. So you see this moment now? Appreciate it. When you sit in the yajna like you're sitting here, if you're sitting next to your mother, just hold your hand. Don't wait for you to get old to hold your hand to help you cross the road. Hold your hand now. When you're sitting with the people in your life who you love, hold on to the hand of your child. Hold on to the hand of your son, your daughter. Hold on to your children. You can put your hand around them. Don't hug them too much, just a little bit. Hold their hand. If they're belly blocking, hold them from behind. Rohan bhai? Hold on to the people in your life and cherish them, because you don't know what happens next. Tonight, we're going to sing piece of this song, the Mahadev. And when we sing one line of the song, just take a second and hold on to the hand of your loved one. If you're sitting next to your husband, hey, when last you hold your husband's hand? Randy, don't blush up there, boy. When last did the husband just hold the wife's hand? Arey, Baba, we're causing my trouble. Hold on to the hand of your child. Listen with this one line. Mahadev is looking down, and our Guru is happy. Har Har Mahadev, Bam Bam Bola. And he's going home to see all his children dead. He's going home to see his entire family no more. He doesn't know. Life could change like this, friends. Wake up. Wake up to the world. As a Pundit, we see it every day. We talk to somebody today, they give us a call. Pandit ji, you know what? I can't wait to come Ramayana tomorrow. And you see they get a phone call tomorrow, and you say, well, you're going to tell them, well, what time to come. And you get the call. Pandit ji, this is his son. He didn't wake up this morning, you know. That is life for you. Wake up to the world. Recently, people said to me, Pandit ji, I went to sleep and I dreamt my husband died. I wake up next morning and I realize he didn't die. So you know what? That's all right. But in your mind, you woke up with something heavy. You know what? I should appreciate him. Because if I wake up and you're really not alive, what will I do? If you wake up and your wife is not alive, what will you do? If you wake up and your child doesn't move, what will you do? Don't blame anybody. Take a moment tonight. Hold on to the hand of your loved one. It says, according to one of the motto of the mission, it says, hold in hands together, stand united with love and devotion to worship that one God. That God who has taken many forms and manifestations. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Naam sumere man. Jai Shiva Om Kara. And pray. Hold on to the hand of your loved one now, right now. Hold on to the hand of your son, your wife, your brother, your sister, closest person to you. Hold on to their hand. And I'll tell you, it is said the hands have gods residing in them. The hands have devatas residing in them. Do you know that? The right hand has many different gods in it. The left hand has gods. The palm of your hands has gods. When you hold hand in hand in strength, say, Lord, with holding my hands together with my wife, with my son, with my daughter, with my spouse, I'm creating this chain of protection. Protect them. Protect my home. We don't have to wait until a problem happens and we're not going to hold their hand to lift them. Don't wait for them to fall down and then lift them. Don't wait for a situation to happen and say, no, when Daddy was walking, I was going to help him and now we're not breathing anymore. Don't wait to live for regrets. Hold on to the people closest to you now, tonight, right now. Don't wait. And if these closest people are not there with you, then close your eyes and say, Prabhu, protect those who are close to me. Ravana namaliyo dridamanase sakala deva gyan ho Rama. Ravana namaliyo. There's Ravana everywhere. There's Rakshasas everywhere. There are people trying to take your loved one from you. There are people trying to spoil your home and your family. God of Death is walking around every day and he's checking your time. Hey, you know what? I'll come back for you tomorrow. I'll come back for you the next week. Tonight itself, you have to go. The God of Death is passing around. Who do they fear? Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Naam sumiri man. Jai Shiva Om Kara. Jai Shiva Om Kara. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. And listen now. Guru Vashishta walks home. Har Har Mahadev. Hare Bam Bam Bola. And as he walking to call his sons, Hare. Where is everybody? He sees blood stains on the ground. He sees something like blood. He stops and he touches. Hare Devi, he tells Dulahin, what is this? And when he sees it and he walks into his ashram, his sons are lying on the ground and there's bloodshed everywhere. Who caused this? Hare Beta, who has caused this? He goes and he grabs one of his sons and he places him on his lap and he pulls him up and he shakes him. Hare Beta, utna. Beta, wake up now, talk to me, say something. And his son doesn't even move. He drops his son. He goes to the other son. Arey, Beta, open your eyes, please. And he pulls the eyes. Nothing. He goes to another. Arey, Beta, ut. Nobody gets up. And he turns to his wife. He turns to his Dulahin and he says, Devi, ye kya hai? What is happening here? Maya, we were so happy a few seconds ago. We are praying to Mahadev. Who could have caused something like this? It happens to us, not so. We pray to God and we give the best. And when a sad moment comes, we say, but I prayed. I offered Dharya yesterday. Why God do that for? Why Bhagwan takes away these things for? When we lose our mother and our father and our brother and our sister and our son, even we question, but every day I offer jal, so why this happen for? When we lose our job, we say, but Prabhu, I'm offering Dharya every day. How come I lost my work? We question, who does it? Why? Why me? Have you questioned many a times? कोई लाख करे चतुराई कोई लाख करे चतुराई करम का ले कमीते नारे भाई बोलिए सबको करम का sing it let me hear you those songs like already dead come wake up कोई लाख करे चतुराई. The answer is right there. Karma ka your karma le kamite nare bhai. Everything that happens in your life is because of your deeds. Everything that happens in your life, when somebody gets shot and die, their deeds. When somebody gets in an accident and they die, their deeds. Their karma. Karma is powerful. Karma ka le kamite nare bhai. Zara samjho iski sachai re. Karma ka le kamite nare bhai. Friends, today, while the mother and the father, they've seen all their sons, they're not alive. They stand up and they start to cry. They hold on to one another. When you have your trying time, who stands up with you to hold you? When you are in your own problems and you're in your own crisis, who stands up to hold you? Who stands up there for you? Who is your brother's keeper? Who will stand to protect you and hold you strong when there's a need be? Who are the people you can trust in your life? Guru Vasishtha holds on to his wife and he says, you know what? My son's not even alive. What is it worth of being alive if my sons are not alive? Why live if my sons are not here? So you know what? He holds on to his wife's hand and they start walking. Just imagine nobody's alive in your family anymore. They start walking and they tell themselves, you know what? Devi, listen. It doesn't make sense. They start heading up a mountain. Let's walk up the mountain. Let's just walk off the mountain. Let's just end our life. Let's just commit suicide. It doesn't make sense to live. My children are not here. What to live for? My joy is not here. What to live for? What I live for? They are not here. What to live for in the world? Some people, very silly in their minds, they believe that taking of their life or committing suicide is the answer. Always remember, that is when trouble now starts. We believe that when you have the worst problem in the world, taking your life is the way out. I'll tell you, that's not the way out. Trouble now starts if you think about taking your life. Never allow that thought to even flow through your mind. Never allow it in the worst of situation. If you have no money, no food, no clothing, no place to go, even then, don't think about suicide. Because what you'll experience there, you will say, I should have just come back on the earth. Don't do it, my friends. While both individuals are thinking in this way, even though he was a sage, deluded by the emotional part of his life, he started walking up a parvat, walking up a mountain, thinking that he will end at that point. And while he's thinking like this, Dullahin walks alongside and she says, you know what? If we must leave this world, then let's do it. Don't waste another moment in this world. And they walk up to the top. And while they're walking to the top and they reach down, they look down to the pits of this entire cliff that they're standing on. Mother Earth, Dharti Mata, the Divine Mother. She sees the entire situation. And at this time now, it is said Devi, she decides to transform herself. And she decides to come up to the earth as a wonderful Divine Devi, a female aspect of our Lord. Mother Earth says, we can't lose good people like this. We have a good saint, sage, and his wonderful Dullahin. They always do good things. How can I sit and look at them destroy their life? How could people you trust sit and look at you going down the drain and say, I'm a friend? It happens, right? How could people in your life look at you going down, falling, things not working out for you, and they stand up and they say, yeah, I see you know, yeah, don't worry now. How could people stand to say that you're my friend and they won't even help you? Mother Earth changes her form. And while she changes her form, she decides now that she will save this great sage and his wonderful Dullahin because they are gifted people in the world and they need to be alive. I'll ask you a question. What is your reason to be alive tonight? What is a good reason to live and not die? Think about it. Prajase tahani brahmaroka sakala parare pritam kola aise eva shiva jana jani karahu kripa ho teja samani Shri Ram Jai Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Everybody follow. Shiva kara vani givani murta namritya kata varadani Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. शवकर शर्वाय तेजो वचनवरति गृहान् परलीनो राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय everyone with one voice बोलिए राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम let me see the hands tonight everybody बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय ओ मंगल भावन अमंगल हारी द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजर विहारी राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय राम वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की नाम ये है ना लियो पवन सुत हनुमान की one more time बजरंग बली की जय नारायण you sound like you're saying yeah we want to hear jai victory in the name of the divine Lord. Today it is said the Guru Vasishtha and his wife, they're walking off to walk off that mountain. They want to end their lives because they are sad and depressed. Why live? Why live when my children are not here? What do you live for? Parents live for their children, that's all. Parents they live to make sure their children happy. Parents will sacrifice and give it their all no matter what it takes. Nobody knows when they will borrow and when they will, I don't want to say thief, but when they will cut all the corners just to make sure children are happy and children get what they want. Today the Guru and his wife, they want to walk off, and Mother Earth, she transforms herself. In the beginning of Ramcharitamanas, when the earth was in turmoil, when Ravana was destroying everybody, the mother changed herself into Gau Karup, in that form of a cow, and she went up to the Lord and she begged, Prabhu, take avatar. It is time to come on the earth and save the people of the earth. In the same way, Mother Earth came in that divine personified form of a female Devi, and she walked up to the Guru, and as soon as they were about to jump, she grabbed them by the hand and she pulled them back, and she says, your life is not worth taking at this point. Every one of us, I'll let you know, are special in a unique way. Not everybody will see it, but the people closest to you will. Every one of us have a special talent, a unique way about ourselves. And the people who will love us, they will love us for what they see in us. People will love us for the good attitudes that they see in you. If somebody comes up to you and say, you know what, I like you, I'm not talking about boyfriend and girlfriend thing, If somebody comes up to you and say, I like you for a particular reason, it's because they admire something unique about you. You know what, I like how he does that. I like how he performs that, or how he performs or puts this in a particular way, or how he works ardently, or how he's persistent about getting something done, or how she does something in a particular way, or maybe some uniqueness about you. Every one of us, we are unique in our own way. Our life is not worth taking. We are special, and we are here for a purpose. Find your purpose, perfect it, and you'll live happy in the world. Find your purpose. It sounds easy. It's difficult. But find your purpose, perfect it, and you'll live happy in the world. Today, while they were about to walk off, the mother pulled them back. And she says, great sage, don't end your life. At that point, remember, all the sons have died. While the sage and his wife, they were walking back down with Devi, before they could walk down, they saw one woman running, coming towards them, but she was holding her tummy. She was in family way. Who was this woman? In the beginning of the Kahani, remember the king met with a sage? And he beat the sage and he killed the sage right there. That sage had a wife. And his wife is running up. She was in family way. She was prepared to bring a child in the world. And while she's prepared to bring a child in the world, She ran up now to, that would have been now, as we put it for you to understand, her father-in-law. She ran up to him. And when she ran up to him, she says, Pitaji, today you wanted to end your life. Aren't you thinking right? Why would you end your life? You have a grandchild to think about. Sometimes we talk to the elders and the people say, you know what, I'll live for my children. But then sometimes the children become wayward and they say, you know what, I don't know how to manage them again. Huh? So then they wait for who? Grandchild. Who gets all the dular? The grandchild. Who gets all the spoil up? The grandchild. Some parents say, you know what, I didn't get to give my child enough love. So you see the grandchild? That's for me to give all the love. That's for me to give all the everything. The grandchild can deed, will, land. Poor grandchild, you know nothing about deed and will and land, but grandchild get everything. She says, think about your grandchild. And he stands there and he looks up into the skies and he says, Prabhu, you know what? I need to live for this child. Har Har Mahadev. Everybody loudly. Har Har. Alawa Mahadev run away or what? Har Har. Har Har. A little louder. Har Har. You see one little fighting home and thing? Put up all the hand like this and let me hear it now. Har Har. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. And put it up like this. Don't hold it like this if you have joint problem and thing. Straight like this. Har Har Mahadev. Listen. That sage, Vashishta, he stands there. And he says, Prabhu, you know what? I have to live for my child. And when he said, Har Har Mahadev, she held on. She says, oh, I get a kick. Sometimes I get kicked too, but I don't know if it's Chana and didn't kick in inside. He says, Har Har Mahadev. And she says, wait, I get a kick. And he says, Har Har Shambhu. And he gets next kick there. And then she says, come. Put your hand there. Your grandfather to be, feel. And he says, Om Namah Shivaya. And baby start to move now. Om Namah Shivaya. And baby starts to move inside there. And he says, you know what? This will be a divine child. They decided to go back to the ashram. And they will try to live their days now in a divine way. They will try to live their days and thinking about how to teach his child how to live in a beautiful way. मैं हिमाचल के बेटी मेरा बोला बसे काशी सारी उम्र तेरी सेवा करूंगी सारी उम्र तेरी सेवा करूंगी बाकर तेरी दासी शिव 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 शंभु शिव 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 शंभु ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया ऐसा डमरू बजाए मगनाथ रे अरे एवरीबॉडी बोलो हर हर महादेव very hard now हर 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 महादेव डमरू को सुनकर जी कान्हा जी आए राधा कान्हा जी आए अरे बम बोला डमरू को सुनकर जी कान्हा जी आए संग राधा पिया वहाँ सखियों का मन भी मगन हो गया सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया डमरू को सुनकर जी रामा जी को सुनकर जी रामा जी आए संग लक्ष्मण जी आए। मैया सीता का मन भी मगन हो गया। ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। हर हर महादेव बोलो, हर हर महादेव। डमरू को सुनकर जी ब्रह्मा चले वहाँ विष्णु चले। डमरू को सुनकर जी ब्रह्मा चले वहाँ विष्णु चले। मैया लक्ष्मी का मन भी मगन हो गया। सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। हर हर महादेव। So now, Guru Vashishta, my dear friends, it is said that while in this path, they are walking now, his Dulahin, himself, and the child in the womb of the mother, they are walking towards the beautiful Nadi. They decide to walk close to that divine mother, the supreme mother, that universal flow of water that flows in that divine spot. That is Bharadesh. It is said the most sacred of all rivers is called what? Called what? What is her name? डमरू को सुनकर जी गंगा चले. Where does it come from? गंगा चले यहाँ यमुना चले. मसूरियों को मन भी मगन हो गया. ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे. And the Ganga, they're going close to the Ganga and they're praying. And when they sit there and they start to call, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. How? How? Mom, you're hungry? How it's supposed to be? Har Har, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, सारा कैलाश पर्वत में. They decide to light a Havan. And when they light the Havan next to Ganga Maya, it is said the sage calls upon his daughter-in-law. He says, sit down now. We're going to pray for this child. And they start to do Havan Puja. And while they're doing Havan Puja, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Rudrai Namah Swaha. Om Kailasha Vasi Namah Swaha. All glories to Mahadev. And they're doing the Havan Puja. And while they're doing Havan Puja, it is taking the smoke and he's passing it on the belly of the child that is about to come, because a divine child will come into the world, a child that will stand for righteousness. And when the Havan is completed, he takes some of the ashes and he rubs it on his hand. And he goes now to this daughter of his, and he takes his fingers and he pulls like this, and with the 3 marks, he pulls it on the forehead. How many people got your chandan? How many people got the Tripundara chandan, the 3 marks? You all have it? Who didn't get? Who still need one? Come, Rohan, we have one here. Make sure when you come tomorrow night, make sure when you come on the night of Mahashivratri. So we're being decent tonight. Tonight we give you a nice, neat one. Tomorrow night you get a nice, neat one. Mahashivratri night we dip in the hand like this and we're giving you all here. I'll tell you why. According to the scripture, bhasma, the ashes that comes from the sacred fire of the Lord is powerful. When you do Hawan in your house, the ashes are powerful. It can clean up your life. It can cleanse your whole life. It can give you health. And it can bless the atmosphere. And in order to receive that darshan, I'll tell you in a moment, you have to take the ashes and you must rub it here. Well, on my last trip, I brought back a pack of the ashes that is called the vibhuti. And we mix some in Alkatora. That's what you have on tonight for those who got. For the rest of the nights, you'll be given. And the last night, we'll smear it. It is said at that point, Guru Vashishya, he took the ashes and he smeared it on her forehead like this. And he took a little dot of red sindoor and he placed a dot in his center. That's why we have a red in his center. He says that the ashes will represent Mahadev. But where Mahadev is, you need Shakti. He took the red to represent Shakti Maya. And the Shakti must be placed there. With the combination of Mahadev and Shakti, you are powerful in the world. Bolo. Har Har Mahadev! डमरू को सुनकर जी गंगा चले यहाँ यमुना चले हो डमरू को सुनकर जी गंगा चले यहाँ जमुना चले माँ सूर्या का मन भी मगन हो गया ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे ऐसा डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया Everybody, हर हर महादेव हर हर महादेव हर हर महादेव उमापति महादेव की हर हर what? हर 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 क्या बात beautiful tonight friends we get a nice it's called Tripundara Bhagwan has that 3 marks for many different reasons we will go in depth to that tomorrow night but the 3 marks it's called Tripundara and while we have 3 marks on the last night we cover the forehead with the 3 marks and we put that 1 dot to represent. So I'm telling you tonight, so don't come on the last night and say, well, Baba, have a bindi day, and they're looking nice. I don't mess it up. You're getting your whole forehead smeared, and you will get that dot that represents Shiv Shakti, which is powerful. Especially on the night of Mahashivratri, Shiv Shakti worship, energy is powerful. The word bhasma means the vibhuti or the ashes that comes from the fire. It is said bhasma. Bha means bhart snanam, which means to destroy. Destroy what? Bhasma. And sma comes from smaranam, which means to remember. It is said when one places that mark there and the dot of the sindoor is placed, in turn it signifies the destruction of all the evil and the remembrance of that which is divine. Remember all the holy things and destroy the impure thoughts that we have in our lives. The ashes that comes from the sacred fire is a representation of the destruction of the ego within each and every one of us. So when we worship Mahadev as the Lord who smears his entire body with ashes, we're saying, Prabhu, cleanse us. Cleanse our mind, our body, our consciousness, our entire being, so that we can think better, do better, live a better life, become a better person. But with that little sindoor, bring that spark of energy for me to be filled with your glory. To those who know and don't know, I'll tell you, when you do puja in your home, and you finish burn out the hawan, what are you supposed to do with it? What are you supposed to do with the hawan? There are many things you could do with it. With the ingredients that's placed in a hawan, the samagri that is put together, it wasn't there by guess. According to the Vedic scholars, everything that was placed in the hawan, from the gugul and the clove and the black till and everything that was there, when it burns with the smoke that enters the atmosphere, that cleanses the atmosphere. It destroys bacteria in the atmosphere. That's what it was for. When there was COVID in India, everybody was lighting hawan because they knew it would have cleansed the atmosphere from any bacteria. At the same time, while the smoke or the fire, the ashes that emanate from the fire, it cleanses. In turn, when you do a puja in your home, a yajna, any form of worship, when you finish, many things can be done. Take the ashes, you could put it into the water. Say, Lord, whatever would have been absorbed in this smoke or into the ashes, take it away. Whatever negative, take it away. But bear in mind that anything that passes through fire becomes pure. So the ashes will be pure. The ashes that have been burned from the samagri and from the wood, the holy wood that we put there, it becomes pure. What can you do with it? The older people would tell you, and I saw it in the books as well. The older people tell you, if you're not feeling good and you're feeling sick, take a little bit and put it in some tea. Just take a little dust. Don't take the chunk of the wood and thing, you know. Take a little dust. Take a little bit of the dust, or if you have a piece of the wood that didn't burn out, you shake out the actual dust from it. That's what you want, the ashes. And you take some and you put it in your tea and you drink it. It is said because of the ingredients, it has the ability to detoxify and cleanse the entire body as well. Now when I tell you this, that don't mean you put a whole teaspoon inside there. Everything in moderation. You put a little bit inside there. To those as well who are having problems in your home and you think there's a heavy energy and things are not going right, you could take the ashes and put it in a bucket of water and mop the whole house with it also. If for some reason you feel scared for things that may be happening to you physically, you could take some and put it as a tikka. You could wear it as a tikka of protection, because that which passes through the fire and that which is the ash is a representation of bhasma, blessings of Mahadev. Chant the mantra to those who are applying the bhasma on their forehead, and that day we will do it on Mahashivratri night. The most powerful mantra from the Upanishads that should be chanted when you place that there. Mahamrityumjaya. Everybody know it. Let me say it one time, everybody. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam urvarukameva bandana mrityor mukshiya mamrita. Once more. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam urvarukameva bandana mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Not too long after, the child comes in the world, and as a baby, he's kicking with an energy. He has a different strength because he was born after hearing mantras to Mahadev. Guru Vasishtha and his wife, they will look at this child growing up from young, and he's growing up to become a young man. And then going to school and meeting his friends and meeting everybody. Everybody's speaking about their father. And when the time comes and somebody says, so how is your father? He wonders, father? I never grew up with father. I know my grandfather. I don't know about father. So it comes in his mind now. And he comes home one day and he goes to Guru Vasishtha. And he says, Pitaji, because he calls him father. Pitaji, who is my father? Can you tell me? Because my friends in school, they're laughing at me. Who is my father? And the minute he asks the question, Guru Vasishtha pauses in silence. He has to think now. This is his child now he's about to speak to. He pauses in silence and he starts to think. And when he closes his eyes for a second, it is said one bubble of teardrop is about to trickle down. Son, let me tell you, you are here in this world as a powerful being by the grace of your father. He's no longer alive. His name was Shakti. Not many people heard of him. His name was Shakti. But he stood up for righteousness. And one day he died by a Rakshasa. The Rakshasa still lives and he's doing all his evil deeds out there. But you know what? I want to grow you up the right way. Your father lived a good life. Today I will teach you. And he stopped and he says, wait a minute, somebody killed my father? And we just sitting here and just letting it be like this. So I just have to wait here and just... So when I go to school and they embarrass me and they talk about my parents and they talk about my father, I must just sit there and just take it. And somebody out there is alive who has destroyed my life. How can we stand up to hear people bad talk our parents? Don't do that. Don't stand up and hear people ill speak the people in your life. Do not stand up to hear people bad talk your closest people. Never tolerate somebody bad talking your mother. Never tolerate somebody bad talking your father, your brother, your sister. Stand up in life. Stand up for the people who you associate with. Stand up for your siblings and your loved ones. Be a person to stand up, my friends. Don't just allow the world to take advantage of you. And he stood up as a child and he says, listen, every day you taught me to worship Mahadev. I'm going to pray to Lord Shiva and I will pray for a gift that is so powerful to destroy the whole world. Because I lost my father due to a Rakshasa. And Guru Vishishya stopped and he says, hey, Shant ho jaina. Not because you lost your father, you kill everybody. Some people operate like that. When somehow we are angry, we want to kill everybody. Something go wrong in our house, but we want to kill everybody and all the houses are wrong. When things go bad in our job, we want to kill everybody. We want to mash up everything in the place. We want to destroy everybody's life. He says, son, shant ho jaina, cool down. Don't get that anger that consumes you to destroy everything. Calm down. And when he starts to think about it, he says, why should I be calm when my father is no longer here, but somebody's running outside there? Okay, here's what. I'm going to pray to Mahadev to kill all the Rakshasas. And Guru Vashishya says, son, Shanti. Listen, understand something about life. And tonight I'll tell everybody this now. Understand something about life. Have you ever given thought to this? People come in our lives and sometimes they hurt us and we say, oh God, you know what I'll go do for he? I'll go back for he. He did this to me. He probably hurt my family. He bonks my car. He hit this. He damaged this in my yard. He probably hurt somebody around me. You know what? I will go back for them. Have you ever thought about it? God gives us a life with an amount of karma. And sometimes out of the karma level, some people have to come and burn the karma, and their way of burning it is being bad mentally and they don't even know what they're doing sometimes. Even if they know what they're doing and they're hurting you, it's a karma that has to be burnt in order for it to pass. Not even the people who are bad, as we say, the enemies in our lives, may be enemies because they just have to be enemies by nitya. Maybe they are bound by karma and they just have to be bad. But they are there in your life. Even though doing their bad, they are there to help you become that better person, to rise above the worst things that they can ever do to you. When people do bad in your life, don't just think I want to go back for them or go back to hurt them. Maybe you feel a mind twisted towards them, but at the same time, think about it. Maybe their karma was to come and do me that so I could have become better now. Because if they didn't do it, I would have never become better. If they had never hurt me, I would never think how to uplift myself. In turn, he says, son, don't kill everybody in the world, but think about it. Don't let your hatred destroy you. But everything happens for a reason. What goes around, comes around. And to every action, there's a reaction. It is how the karma works. When things bad are happening to you, some karma is taking place. Look at the karma aspect and not to the people who are doing it to you. If you could get your mind off of thinking bad things upon people and just think about motivating yourself, then you are heading in the right direction, and that is the direction of our Lord. Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. So this child sat down by Guru Vashishya and he says, okay, so everything by karma. So you know what? You enlighten me. Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to learn more. So I wouldn't think about people bad. And Guru Vashishya starts to teach him now how to live. He starts to teach him how to do good things. Don't hurt people. Live a good life. Make better of your life. And he's teaching and the knowledge starts to grow. You want your knowledge grow? I don't want the knowledge grow? How many people will grow? How many people think you're too old for the knowledge to grow? For the people in your life, nobody put up their hand. Don't worry about them. If you want your knowledge to grow, if you want your wisdom to expand, if you want your mentality to become better, it has a secret of Lord Shiva. There's something that you need to do for Mahadev. It takes a dedication, it takes sacrifice, it doesn't come easy. But you want to wash away all your sins. You want to eradicate all the hardship of your life. And you want to expand your mentality and increase your knowledge. Well, guess what? You know what? Tomorrow night, you'll hear about that. But to end the message tonight, when this child started to pray, and his mind started to expand. He never knew how to write. He was in such a way he couldn't write, he couldn't read. But he listened, and his mind started to expand. And he called one day someone, and he started to tell all his stories about how to motivate, how to live life, how to do good things. His knowledge was known throughout the world. But you know what? He couldn't write it down. So a day to come, his son listened to him. One day when he had a son, his son listened to him. And everything he said as knowledge, his son wrote it down. And wrote it down. And wrote everything. Until this day now, the words of his son travel through the hearts of everybody. His son was given the name Ved Vyas. Ved Vyas was the author of Mahabharata. Ved Vyas was the author of Devi Puran. Ved Vyas was the author of many great scriptures. But Ved Vyas didn't have that knowledge. Everything came from his father and was given into his heart and into his life so that he could write it down. And while Ved Vyas gets the credit, his father was the mastermind. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Hara 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 Hara. Let's start now. So, my. Like all energy falling down. Hara Hara Umapati Mahadeva ki. This is where we end our message tonight. Tomorrow night you'll hear the secrets of worship to the Divine Lord. But at this time now, we're about to join in our final arti. And then we have a wonderful birthday celebration. But let's join in the arti first of all. Let us all stand. Before we do the arti, we have Purnahuti. Om Mana Purine Sada Purine Shankara Prana Vallabhe Jnana Varagya Siddhartham Viksham Dehicha Parvati Om Shiva Arpanamastu Om Agnay Namaha Swaha. We are for Achman. Sarvatarata Samayuktam Sugandhim Dalvanam Jalam Achmanyam Edatam Kiranam Sarvantu Mangalam Achmanyam Samarpayami. We take a flower, we fan Agni Dev in all directions. Vanaspati Sobhuto Gandhate Gandutama Argya Sarvadevanam Dupoyam Pratikartam Om Agni Devutaya Namaha. Everybody extend your arms, take blessings of Agni. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnur Mangalam Garuradvaja Mangalam Pundarekaksha Mangalayatano Hare. Om Agni Devutaya Namaha. Om Agni Devutaya Namaha. Om Agni Devutaya Namaha. Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva Ardange Dhara. Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva Ardange Dhara. Jai Shiva Omkara Har Shiva Omkara. Jai Shiva Omkara Baba Har Shiva Om Shambho. सुन्दरं सत्यं शिवं सुन्दरम् ॐ नमः शिवाय शम्भो ॐ हर 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 महादेव 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 कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि हर हर शिवा महादेव उमापति महादेव की Let me hear that one more time. Hara Hara Shambhu Shiva Mahadev. Bolo. All together. Bolo. Shambhu Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva. Shambhu Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva Shambhu Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva Kaupuragauram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayaravinде Bhavam Bhavami Saitam Namami Hara Hara Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva Shambhu Shambhu जय भोलेनाथ सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि हर हर शम्भो शम्भो शिवा महादेवा शम्भो 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 शिवा महादेवा 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 शम्भो महादेवा हर हर Aruting Mahadev here now on Hara Hara Shambho Shiva Mahadeva त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। उमापति महादेव की, कैलाशपति शिव शंकर भगवान की हर 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 महादेव, हर 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 महादेव, हर 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 महादेव। Let us all take our seats, my dear friends. As we conclude our first night of our beautiful Shiv Puran Yagna, at this time tonight, before we do finally wrap up, we'd like to take the opportunity to join in the cutting of the cake as we join in a birthday celebration, as we would like to wish Devika a happy birthday, and also to Sydney, we'd like to say a happy birthday to you, and also we'd like to take a beautiful moment, especially say Bhagwan's blessings to Amila Lalu. Happy birthday also to you. Bhagwan's blessing. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Special happy birthday blessings, and with blessings of Lord Shiva guide you all. With this, my dear friends, as we do conclude this our first night, we do look forward for seeing each and every one for the other 2 nights of worship. It is one of the most powerful times where devotees come together to worship Mahadev. And while we will continue with our messages from the Linga Puran as well as the Mahashiva Puran, until tomorrow night, we like to invite all to partake of your arti, prasad. Meals have been prepared for each and every one, so please do stay back and partake. And until tomorrow, Har Har Mahadev.
भवानी सहितं
Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.